Ladies, gentlemen, welcome back. And this is a bit of a strange video I'm doing. I've had a bit of free time off work, and I've just been, getting lost in YouTube. And I came across the Lazy Peon. That I have watched a lot of his videos in the past, but didn't see that he covered Conqueror's Blade. That I thought was really cool. He did cover it 7 months ago. So that's like, well, from what I can see, that was the second Viking season we had. So yeah, I was just gonna do like a reaction to that, because he's quite a big YouTuber, and Conqueror's Blade being a small game. Yeah, I think it could be interesting to see if he's played it before, or if if he likes it, what he thinks of the game. Like, obviously, things that he might get wrong. Not get wrong, but like, being that he's new to it. If you're trying to be a new person to the game, he might say something and it might be actually wrong. But anyway, nonetheless, I'm really intrigued about this. So I want to do just a reaction video, and yeah, watch through with you guys, even though you've probably seen it 7 months ago. So let's take a look. Let's take a little look. Okay, let's go.
It is a multiplayer, free-to-play, third-person medieval strategy game that initially launched on Steam in April 2020. Over the years, the game has had many big updates, bringing with it new maps, units, cosmetics, progression changes, factions, and weapons. Conqueror's Blade has just launched its biggest update yet, Helheim, which brings Norsemen to the game, which means new weapons, abilities, Viking units, new regions, reworked maps.
I'm not sure if it was the biggest one ever, but
sponsored by
it was good.
However,
it was good.
Just wanted a normal
2 units is a bit annoying though.
Where I talk freely as usual. It's been 2 years since the last.
It's sponsored. That's fine. I'm sure he'll be fair. I want a fair review. Even the dirty parts of it, I don't want it to be but I'm sure it'll be good. We are talking 7 months ago, so we'll see. Onwards.
Checked in on the game, so I figured now would be the best time to jump back in and see what's changed with the new update. If you like what you see in this video, then
this was a sick cutscene. I really got hyped for this one.
Conqueror's Blade in 2022. They've just added Norsemen to the game with the big Helheim update. So let's go have a quick refresher of the controls, then jump into some end game stuff.
There
quick
is.
Intro cutscene giving us pretty realistic idea of what the game's all about.
Yeah, as I said, I remember this. This was so hyped. So hyped up.
All that good stuff.
Slaughter their enemies!
Some of these voice acting is pretty epic. And we make our character. Pretty cool intro cutscene, actually. To the point. Guess you're hyped up about making your warlord. Anyway, the most important.
I kind of wish we had a bit more customization.
That looks a little bit Viking-ish.
I feel like everyone has that hair.
See how we look.
I have that hair
outfits.
On my character as well.
I like some of these cosmetics. That's the one, isn't it? That's badass. Lion face pauldrons. And a chest plate that makes it look like he's got a 6-pack. Whether he really has or not, who knows, but it looks good. Donkey legend, let's go. We've got people to slay, and we're in the game, let's go.
I think that armor thing is slightly deceptive, because I think people feel like they're going to get that armor. That's what they're starting with. I mean, it could probably be made more, obvious that it is, just to show you what some of the armor looks like in the game, or some of the attires. But yeah, to choosing a weapon.
Go grab a weapon. Each weapon's categorized, easy, normal, or hard, which is very much appreciated. The last time I played Conqueror,
never listen to that easy, normal, and hard. I would move a few of these around quite, yeah. Even then, yeah, I would move some of them around. They're not in the right places.
Conqueror's Blade, I used the Nodachi, and little did I know at the time it was one of the hardest weapons.
Nodachi is not the hardest weapon. Not anymore, anyway. Maybe it was like that back, actually. Potentially. Because now it's just do a few moves, get your bloodthirst, suckle health. Do a few moves, get your bloodthirst, suckle health. So, it probably deserves to be in the easy slot now. I don't know. I can't remember what it was like before. But
So today I'm going to humble myself with the spear. Easy weapon, combo attacks, high burst damage. Spacebar to jump, you can sprint with shift. Dodge by double tapping WASLD. Press B to mount. Summon our horse. Horse actually turns.
oh, he's in the cinematic mode where your camera's over the shoulder. Not a fan. Not a fan. I'm sure he'll change it though.
Well animated, we can attack whilst we're mounted. Right, command, follow me. Lads, I've just left the training academy and you've thrown your life on the line already. Good. Alright, you stay over there, lads. I'll charge in and I'll cut up these archers by myself. Big damage. Yes, I have beat the tutorial. Cool little cutscene to get me hyped up for what's to come. Tutorial part 2.
It's a classic cutscene. Love that one.
I'm going to make the most of this tutorial experience because I know once I start to go against other players, it's over for me. These berserking units are crazy. Odin's berserkers, yeah, these guys are definitely part of the Helheim update. I love them. You don't have to command.
They're not. They're not. They're the previous Viking season. But maybe they're now for a new player in terms of maybe they're put in as a unit that you can choose. Because it seems if we look right underneath his portrait there, he has got berserkers. So I imagine they were just giving them out to new players to use. On an alternative note, it would be nice for his screen here to be up so we can see the abilities. But hey,
them too much. They just go off on their own, berserking on things. That's my play style. Tactics out of the window. Go in and just fight. Victory.
Tactics out the window. That won't be good once you get into the real game.
Straight away, lots of players around. Obviously I'm playing on the Asian servers, as you can tell by the names of the other players. What an epic place to spawn. Big giant city, surrounded by players straight away. That is a cool armor. First castle siege, desert castle. That's a lot of people, I'm right on the front lines. Ooh, dazed. Ouch. There's a lot of units on screen. Well, it looks like I've sent my army to the slaughter. Victory.
Nice.
MVP.
Easy victory.
Ow. Yeah, that was definitely against bots. No way I'm getting MVP.
Yes, it was against bots.
Alright.
We don't get that. We don't get the shouting units.
Really popular. This capital city is rammed, and this is just one server. There's multiple servers.
Yeah, that's one thing I always find that surprised me with Conqueror's Blade is how populated it actually is still. That, especially with the open world being so spread out, you go into Conqueror City or something like that, and there's a very decent amount of people. You log into WoW and go to somewhere like Stormwind these days, or I don't even know what the current city is. I've been left behind in expansions. I gave that life up a long time ago. But yeah, you won't see that many people, mainly because they're probably in the sky because of flying mounts. But nonetheless, it's quite nice to see a population every now and then.
This is like a new progression system. Level 7 now, okay. Yeah, maybe this helps new players get caught up to the later content. Throwing XP and bronze coins at me. Some of these players look crazy. Yo, nice armor, bro.
Sorry, we had an ad.
New map. This time, ancient Chinese castle. Okay, I want my gunners here. Now I'm being a commander. Right, yeah, my units are going to go here, and we're going to get ready to shoot. Take the high ground. Here we go. Commander Peon, being smart. Ooh, my horse has like a charge ability. Go on, charge right. That failed. Oh, that failed. Run.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, here's the commander. Okay, he's finally showed up. Shoot him, lads. Oh, we're comboing him. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Outplayed. Beautiful. That's what happens when you've got a row of gunmen behind you. I think one of the biggest mistakes...
That guy was an AI. 100% an AI. You know when it's a player, because there will be jerky movement, not just sort of this turn. Like this. Yeah.
You can make as a new player in this game is sleeping on the controls of your units. If you just go in and try and be a one-man warrior, I don't think it's going to work out too hot for you.
True.
As I have
True.
figured out
Very true.
on many different occasions, there is something quite satisfying about success.
Your for anyone new watching this, your units and your hero, your unit is about 60% of your power, and then your hero is probably 40%, maybe even less than that. Yeah, use your hero to help your units, not your units to help your hero.
Successfully controlling your units and out-strategizing someone. What's this? Order an airstrike right here. Is that going to work? Is there actually going to be an airstrike?
Oh,
no
God.
way. Oh, there is! Nice. That's bloody epic. I think... Oh, it did so much damage.
Yeah, that's a
clutch
lot of your own
airstrike.
team dead.
We've got 4 minutes to go.
That's
We've
a lot
almost
of.
captured the final point.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand. There's friendly fire on, so that Treb that killed a lot of his own team.
Hold here, boys. Stabby stab. Come on, double kill. Is that a triple? Donkey Legend Bloodbath. We've only got 26 seconds to capture this final point. We need this. 8 seconds. Will our time be extended? Yes, we've got another 3 minutes. Oh, we actually bloody won it. That definitely wasn't against bots.
It was against bots. Well, it wasn't just against bots. There were players in there. If you look at anybody with above 100 kills, maybe this guy, potentially. Oh, actually, no. Looking at the deaths, they were all bots. 5, 4, 5, 4, and then he's got 0. It's debatable. This guy's probably not a bot. Yeah, but there'll be 1 or 2 real people, but the rest will be bots, and that guaranteed.
Almost certain. At the end of a fight, you're given like a detailed breakdown of everything. That's cool. There was a total of 1,300 troops on each side. Oh wow, so I've just opened the map, and as you can see, there's a bunch of different regions and cities or villages that are owned by different alliances or different houses, clans. Interesting. Next, I jumped on an endgame account to check out some of the new stuff added with the Helheim update. I logged into the game,
Interesting.
in legendary armor, a badass cosmetic, and every unit unlocked. This time I was playing on the EU servers, and
Every
similar to
unit,
the Asian
not every
servers,
unit.
the main city was packed
Just every
with
unit you can
players.
use right now.
I inspected
I'm
some
guessing.
of their cosmetics,
Well,
played
it's on
around
Chinese
in
server, so
some
it'll be sealed
menus,
systemed.
and jumped into my first endgame siege.
Yeah, this is endgame siege. This is it. These will be real players. Yes. This is much more what it would be like to be a new player and play. Jumping in at that high level with players.
Yeah, that didn't go so well. I decided to practice a bit more in a multiplayer PvE mode called Bandit Raid, basically sieging against the AI. It was during this that I discovered the glorious Tower Shield troops, which quickly became my favourites, as they were the only thing I could command that didn't instantly die. We achieved victory in 2 bandit raids, I switched my weapons to sword and shield, and had a renewed sense of self-confidence. I played around in the menus some more, I learned how to apply runes to weapons and armor, as well as disciplines to your units.
That.
2 pretty fundamental progression systems I was completely ignoring, which probably explains why I was
victory
getting
line's very
dumpstered so
important for
hard
units.
earlier. It was time to jump back into a siege, this time a new event battle, Raid on Brock Estray, one of the new Viking themed battles. This is how it went.
Yeah.
Yes, Commander.
Yeah, this will happen. This will happen.
Unfortunately, during the recording of all this footage, my microphone audio settings got messed up, so you're unable.
That, if you go from like playing 1 or 2 games on a fresh character and then head to a max level character with all sorted gear and extra leadership and that sort of thing, you will get absolutely dumpstered. Like that 1 to 100 until you like at about level 100 you start playing against real players. is kind of important to get yourself used to playing with your units, and as you go up, you'll be playing against more and more players. So it'll be a steady journey into being able to survive and know what's going on here. Otherwise, yeah, you will just get dumpstered. But it's what happens. Obviously, he's been given a high level character to jump on, so it was inevitable. Anyway, onwards.
Able to hear me scream big damage over and over as I charged into a line of spearmen. Big damage! I kept queuing for siege, slowly getting a little bit better each time, until eventually I discovered the power of siege weapons, in particular the Howatcher.
That's even more powerful these days. That got buffed, I believe. Or did it get buffed here? I think it got buffed actually in this patch, season. Because the Howatchers were useless before.
For the first time, I felt like I actually made a difference in the battle.
Nice.
And it showed me just how important positioning and strategy is in
Absolutely.
Conqueror's Blade. At this point, I realised my audio was messed up and managed to fix it. We've got a new matched battle today, Coastal Assault. Let's give that one a try. I've done some reading online and a lot of people recommend dual blades for new players. Apparently it's one of the most powerful weapons, so we're going to try that.
So he's got ranged bow
we're capping on 3
shuriken.
points. Okay, let's pop out. Pop out with the damage here.
He's got ranged bow shuriken, but he's not actually, like, his rune was
The damage.
the bow shuriken rune, but he
it's
hasn't
pretty
actually
cool.
got bow
You just kinda go on
shuriken.
the back lines.
One thing I will say is when every new class he's been using, every sort of like the poleaxe when he was saw that, when he's using the spear, and now I see him on the dual blades. Dual blades my main class. Basically all I play. But with everything he's been playing, he hasn't got the right skills. Like any game, there is a kind of a meta on the skills, and so you have four to choose from. But there's only a few classes in the game where there's like viable switches, and on dual blades, it's kind of very meta, and especially if you're taking a rune to throw your bow shurikens. So that I'd take the classes when you see him playing them with a pinch of salt, because will react very differently under the right skills, if that makes any sense.
And die. So we're just gonna go in the back lines and we're gonna.
Oh, look, so right here, he's using Infiltrator, Skylark, I believe, Vapors, and the other ultimate that isn't marked for death, Dance of Death, maybe, I think it is. I'm not sure, but it's terrible. No one ever used it. So, and at the moment, you don't take Infiltrator, you don't take Skylark, and you don't take Dance of Death. This would be Bow Shuriken, this would be Butterfly, Vapors would still be there, and that would be marked for death. So, slightly wrong in that, and that was the same for all of them. Just putting that as a note, if you're a new player, and you see that, and think, these classes are performing well, badly, whatever, they perform a lot better when they're under the right abilities.
This one. Assassinate him. Are we doing it? Do you not think we're doing it? Yes, we got a kill. Let's fucking go. And again, right in the back line.
It's getting kills though.
See the glory of the double short sword. That
The
was
double
awesome.
short sword.
We got the win.
The dual blades. Thank you.
There it is. Short sword, not for
It's
me.
not short
so
sword.
for this siege, I'm a defender, and I'm going to test out
triggered.
using the short bow.
No.
Yeah, lots of enemies coming up. I'm
Into
gonna
the short bow.
pop them with my arrows. Spin my troops over here. And then shoot over here. Oh, big damage. Yeah, okay, playing with the short bow seems a lot better. Oh my god, there's so many enemies. It's like shooting fish in a barrel. Oh, the damage. Oh, I just got absolutely Thomas the Tank Engine by that unit. Oh god, I'm getting horsed. Nobody wants to be horsed. Nice, got a kill. And another one. Another kill. I'm getting so many kills. Short bow is so good. Down to my last 2 soldiers. Okay, all my soldiers are dead. This is it. The final hold. We're about to win.
Again, his ability's a little bit wrong.
How did we do? I feel like I played really well that game.
It's got an S though.
Yes,
Well
we
fucking
finally
done.
got S. This is the first time I've got S.
Yeah,
Team
nice.
stats. Number 2. Finally, we
That's
had
actually
game where
a
we
really
actually
good score,
played
so
good.
well done to them.
That was actually
Well
really
done.
fun. I think
Well
it's
done,
all about
Lazy Peon.
finding a play style that suits you. And for me, I've just been messing around with melee for so long, not really understanding the positional strategy of playing melee. But with archers, it kind of just makes sense to position them away from the battle and just bloody shoot at things. So right now, because it's peak time, I can queue for this event mode deathmatch.
Ooh, into a deathmatch.
So it's just pure PvP. Deathmatch, here we go. No more units. Pretty small map as well, so this should be quite action-packed. Oh, big damage. I know I suck as a melee player, so I can contribute.
I would have stuck with the short bow, personally.
Back, rank 1 bow player, right?
To be a bow, it takes a very specific sort of person. It's a very slow playstyle compared to the short sword.
And then,
short sword, sorry. Short bow.
Dead.
So
there it is. Yeah, it's not the most
flashy I would.
Style,
if you're gonna go range, go short bow.
Sure, it's not the most skilled play style either.
That guy's gone Skylark as well. Jesus.
Heal. Oh no, not my first death. Run, dodge. Is he gonna chase me? No way. Oh, okay. My team, avenge me. We got avenged. One more kill, and we've won. Let's get the final kill. How do we do? Easy win. A. It took me a few hours of playing, but I feel like I've definitely found my play style in Conqueror's Blade, and that is ranged. Using ranged units,
fair enough.
I just find that really fun.
I wouldn't use all ranged units though, because your team's going to get slightly annoyed.
The game seems to have a decent population playing across all servers.
Yeah,
I had no issues finding games on both EU
it's decent enough.
Asia.
I wish it was higher.
In the game seems fairly high.
Yes.
Managing units whilst fighting yourself and having macro.
The skill ceiling is high when it comes to like unit play, but for your actual weapon, it's not that high. Like fighting your weapon, you have 4 buttons. It's not that high. But then when you put everything together with using your units, the right positioning, knowing what their unit does, how your unit's going to fare against it, you kind of got to work that out. Helping your teammates, being up in a big death ball. Yeah, I'll agree with them. The skill ceiling is pretty high, but you got to learn it. Go level 1, start learning.
Positional awareness, as well as proper utilization of siege equipment, seems like it'd take hundreds of hours to master.
Yeah.
Even though I jumped on an endgame content creator account in full legendary gear with maxed troops, I was getting outplayed, outscored, and outstrategized in every way by most average players.
Yep.
It doesn't seem like you can gain a massive advantage by spending money in this
No.
game. The game has a lot of cool cosmetics you can unlock. If you suck at PvP in this game like me, at least there's PvE modes and tutorials to help you learn. The fact that you can
PvE, I wouldn't bother. If you're not going to PvP on this game, I wouldn't bother playing it until PvE needs a big like rework. Basically, if you're a normal player on this game, you'll do 5 bandit raids a week, and that'll be your PvE done, and then it's just PvP the whole way through. So yeah, if you're just looking for PvE, don't bother.
You can change weapons, armor, and builds between battles, gives you access
That's
to
nice.
a large variety of playstyles that also helps improve replayability.
Yes.
There's a constant cycle of event battles to keep the game feeling fresh, and the game's free to play and it's been updated frequently since release.
That's true.
And with it having a decent population, that's unlikely to change anytime soon. Personally, I found the combat sound effects to be a bit lackluster in this game. When my character takes damage, there's not enough audio-visual feedback. I want to be able to tell that I'm taking damage from the sounds, not just by looking at the health bar. The game has a lot of menus to navigate. I couldn't figure out a way to hide player names in the city to take
that's true.
screenshots.
That could be.
Personally, the biggest thing I dislike about Conqueror's Blade is...
Oh, there is a way to hide it. You just got to hide your UI. I've got mine toggled to the button, toggled to my mouse. So that's how when you see in any of my other videos, shameless plug, you'll see in some like more cinematic ones and whatever, everything else is gone, and there is a button to do that, just correcting that con.
Is having to run to supply camps mid-battle when my units are dead. I wish there was a way to spawn them remotely and have them run towards you from the supply camp spawns instead. If you don't like micromanaging...
This I disagree with. I would disagree with Lazy Peon on this thing. Obviously, yeah, that sounds nice, but you could just have people spawning it right in the middle of, like, run to home base or something, spawn it from behind people. It wouldn't work in the grand scheme of things. And I think it's good that you have to go back to go forward. So, disagree with that. It would be too complicated to do.
Units and just prefer running.
Plus, people would definitely spawn camp your any units that are just walking to you. You'd lose your units before they get to you. Anyway, onwards.
In solo, this game probably isn't for you, and if you don't like strategy games and coordinating with your team, you might also struggle with this one. Overall, 2 years since release, Conqueror's Blade seems to be doing really well. Plenty of updates, a solid player base, lots of content and progression, and it's secured its position as one of the go-to games that combine medieval strategy with third-person action combat. For me personally, I was thrown into the deep end in this video, and would have likely had a much steadier learning curve if I stuck to the new player account.
Yes, absolutely.
The game against other newbies.
Totally agree with them there.
That being said, after a few hours,
Totally agree.
I found my playstyle with longbow/shortbow, and in the end, I had a lot of fun. But that's it for this video, guys. As always, let me know your thoughts on Conqueror's Blade in the comments below. I'd be especially interested in getting some tips from veterans for the best build/unit combos for new players, as well as any mistakes I was making in this video. Shout out to Conqueror's Blade.
Well, that's what we're doing.
This video. Download the game for free via the link in the description below. Deal big damage to the like button for the algorithm
Big damage
gods,
to the like
and I'll
button.
see you in the next one.
Make sure you like his video.
Just
I'll
when
put
you
a
thought
link
you
for
were
it in
done.
the I'll put a link for it in the description below. Yeah, that's a really good video. I enjoyed it, and he's very right about a lot of it. There's a reason why he's a really good game reviewer. Obviously, there's some things that, because I've had like 3,000 hours, 3 or 4,000 hours in Conqueror's Blade now. I've been playing since season 4. So I know there's people with way more experience than me, but I thought it'd be quite cool to look through. Yeah, that's really he did well. He did really well. But he's right. Should have stuck to the low level character and worked his way up. And then also probably should have gone into the different skills for the weapons, because obviously there is, like any game, there's a meta for every weapon. So yeah. Well, I hope you enjoyed, and yeah, Lazy Peon, great video. I'm sorry I'm 7 months late with this one. I don't think I was even making content 7 months ago, and it's only just been suggested to me, so freshly seeing it. But yeah, really good video, and yeah, thanks guys. I will see you in the next one.